I want to thank the members of the press for being with us once again at Rufaro Stadium. You've been an integral part of this journey from the beginning when this was all ground. So when it is finished, it will be amiss of us to continue as if you were not there. You have highlighted the beauty, the scars, and everything else in between without any coloration. And as we progress and as we make promises, we need to keep updating and keep marking our progress and pushing ourselves a bit further. We have walked this road. Today I have Prophet Magaya. We've walked this road together. I remember during the first days he would come and stand with us during the night, during the day, as we were repairing the stadium. They donated the tiles. He donated the way which we fitted in the toilets and everywhere else where you see tiling, especially and particularly in the changing rooms. They now look state of the art and can compete with any changing room in the world. And the tiles that are there were donated by the Prophet when he came and saw the work that we were doing. And it was at that time a non-believer's journey. But you know, he handles belief. He quickly saw that this project was needed for the nation, needed for the teams, and it is up to the assistance that we received from him that we were able to meet the deadlines to bring back soccer or Premier League soccer into Harare. And we remember and we said at that time that we wanted to then first bring Premier League soccer back, and then we'll bring the international soccer back. So we are now in the second phase where we are working towards the bringing of international soccer back to Rufaro Stadium. We brought back, and this year it was quite a bonanza. We brought back not only Premier League soccer, we brought back the Defense Faces Day in Rufaro. We had the opportunity and the pleasure of hosting no less than the head of state within Rufaro to celebrate Defense Forces Day. And that brought back bouts of nostalgia and the effect that Rufaro has in our national psyche. Remember, this is the place where the Union Jack was lowered and the Zimbabwean flag was raised. So if you cannot take care of the place where you were given your country, then you cannot take care of any other place, or not let alone the country itself. So it is very important for this country, for this stadium to be remembered as such. And remember, this is the stadium where Bob Marley did his pilgrimage to Africa. If you remember, and if you have watched this documentary, it was his lifelong ambition to play in Africa, where he came from. And he achieved that lifelong ambition by playing here in Rufaro Stadium. And he came at his own cost, because it was so important for him to be able to say in his lifetime he played in Africa. And that Africa was this Rufaro Stadium, and it features prominently in the recently award-winning documentary on Bob Marley. So this is not only important to soccer, but it is important to our national psyche and what we are and what we ought to become. And it is through the assistance and which we greatly appreciate of patriots like Prophet Magaya, who are able to see the things that we want to do probably in the future, and are able to invest it in the now. So we greatly appreciate, and he has come to be able to look at the progress, to see sometimes when you donate things to people, you find that the only thing that is beautiful is the last thing you donated, and everything else has gotten bad, or they've not fulfilled the process. So this is part of his process, and I'm happy that since then everybody has joined what we pioneered. I can see that the National Stadium, they are making great strides. We are happy. The government has directed all municipalities to dedicate 7% of their budgets to sport. and that is welcome. And they've also directed from cabinet that we work with companies and private sector to spruce up the stadium. And we are hoping and we are racing against them. We are hoping that the under 17, under 20s, and women's soccer can come back far much earlier than the national team itself. And that is the timetable we are. Why is it important? This is not only an expense, it's a tourist and it boosts the Harare economy. Now that teams are staying here, hotels are full over the weekend, and there's a lot of activity in Mbare, and there's a lot of activity everywhere. So that is why we have come here to see it. I've brought along the chair of the sports committee, Ramanyenga, Councillor Manyenga, the chair of the committee in charge of sprucing up Rufaro Stadium, Mai Muchena there, and the deputy engineer Chigariro, just in case you think we are doing without engineers. He is here behind me looking like an engineer. So and Councillor Chabuda, who is in the sports committee. So this is where we are, and we appreciate and we are very thankful for the efforts that the Prophet is putting in soccer. I see you are building a stadium in Kwekwe now.
Yes, yes.
To complement the stadium in Yada. I mean, this a country is built by its individuals. It does not build itself, and it is only important that we acknowledge and appreciate the efforts. And I was saying to the Prophet, please don't abandon Rufaro. we are here. Thank you, Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.